Need to hear one of our shows again? We've got them on podcast. Go to fmmoneytalkradio.com. Scroll down to Podcast on Demand. Pick your show and it's on. Podcast on fmmoneytalkradio.com.
AMP2 TV and WNN Money Talk Radio have been in conjoint business for 10 years. They have been working around the clock, nonstop, to promote over 500 shows and businesses reaching all over South Florida. With added platforms such as social media live streaming, podcasts, and the specialty of live radio, it has never been easier to get your voice heard by millions of listeners. To amplify your impact and start your show today, contact AMP2 TV at 866-224-5422. That's 866-224-5422.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Café is open for business. Live from the Brooklyn Café studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat at the Brooklyn Café and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, or a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in free 888-994-4995 right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Café. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe, entering our 6th year.
Gosh, scary.
Somebody shoot me, please. No, I don't mean that literally. Hold on.
Known you for 10 years.
You can't fool around.
You can't fool around with anything anymore is all I can tell you.
I can't. I brought my finger out today because today is numero uno, is one.
You know what today is? 1/11.
Thank you.
January 11th.
Yeah, I know that.
The angel number is 111. It means be careful what you wish for because you will manifest it today.
No,
so
it's November 11th. That's angel numbers.
That's 11/11. This is 1/11. Same thing. You just 3 instead of 4.
No, it's not the same thing.
Yeah.
Ay, papá Dios.
Oh, qué cosa, Dios mío.
You don't just put numbers together and tomorrow it'll be 112.
That would be my Spanish, is all I can tell you.
Anyway, welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe. I want to thank Facebook for letting me out of jail.
Amen.
I have to thank President Trump. They threw you in jail and they threw me out of jail, so I guess something must happen. I didn't even do anything, to tell you the truth, and they threw me in there for 2.5 months.
I'm glad you're out of jail. I feel like we're in a lovely floral shop here today. We're rearranging the set. It looks really nice. I can't wait to everyone to see Studio B. We've redesigned it, redecorated, repainted, hung the pictures up in new alignment, and it's beautiful.
And isn't it funny that the person that broke open the new set was
Dina.
Greek yogurt.
Greek yogurt.
Yes, Greek yogurt, Dana.
Dina.
And it's funny because she goes, we gotta go, because she wanted to crack open the bottle.
She was right. She's like, I got to make 11 o'clock. You got to get those pictures hung. And when those walls are done, that wall's got to wait because I got a show to do. But we got you. We got enough. And two of the 3 walls are hung, and they look fantastic.
2 of the 3?
Yeah. We only have the last wall to do. The white
Oh, there's
wall.
still more?
Yes, there's still 3 more big ones.
It's just the big painting. I kicked them all out. I was like, we have these 2 paintings. It's time to go. I have to do a show.
And she gets nervous.
She was nervous. I'm
Oh,
like, "You
yeah.
got 20
She says,
minutes.
we gotta go. I said, but it's okay. We can start a little late. No, we gotta go now.
Because I knew Fuego was at 11:30, and I'm not trying to push other people back because I can't get out what I need to say in time.
You were right, though. Yeah, I mean, she knew. She got in, she got out. 11:27. Fuego rolled in at 11:35, and Lena is with us. So fantastic job, ladies.
Thank you.
Hello,
Happy
everybody.
Monday. So what did you talk about, Dina?
I talked about a lot of things. I kind of just went with the vibe that 2021 started, and a lot happened in 2021 before we even really got into it. How we hit 2 million cases, new cases in 2021, and I talked about the Capitol. And then I just kind of segued it into ways to move on, ways to move forward. I had a lot of like elements popping up with different tweets. And then I had baby turtles lay eggs right next to my house, so I talked about the importance of the little things in life, and if you could just block off these eggs so no dogs and lawnmowers can ruin it, and it'll just make you feel better. And if every person did one tiny good like thing of gratitude, then the world would be so much better.
You live on the beach?
No, they buried it in the dirt.
Really?
Yeah.
Not even
Is
near
there
the
a
beach?
lake or
No,
something?
No,
by your house?
there's like a swamp right nearby, but they're totally different types of turtles.
So
Never
you
even seen
have
them.
you have swamp turtles.
Yep.
I was building a mall in Tampa, and those freaking little swamp turtles, they are on the verge of being extinct. So those are federally protected. You can't touch them bad boys. Wow.
Yeah, and we put a whole thing up, and I pulled the picture up so everyone can see. Just like do the tiniest thing you can in 2021, and it'll make a difference.
Well, do me a favor. Have them pull it up on this board so we can talk about that as well
Sure.
before the end of the show.
Sure
Because
thing.
that is what Lena and I were talking about, my new business coach.
Swamp turtles?
No, talking about the little things. And 2020 is by the wayside. It's gone. We got to move on. You can't look back other than what you told me, which was.
Yeah. Well, first I want to address what Dana just said. I think it's not a coincidence that I was talking about gratitude today as well.
Stop.
I know,
I was
I
running
have-
her board, and I had no clue what she was saying.
I have goosebumps because I've been doing a lot of research about gratitude and the importance about gratitude, because I think it's one of those things that sounds like woohoo, kind of weird. And the thing is that when we are able to be grateful for the tiny little things, within 30 days, which any simple habit takes approximately 30 days to form, our brain actually changes, physically changes in a way that when we have problems, we become more resilient for handling the problems, and we automatically become slightly more optimistic. So there's actually science that backs the habit of being grateful. And the easiest place to start, like anything in life, small. Like I am grateful of my cafecito in the morning. When I sit with my double espresso at my house, like I find that moment of, it sounds silly, you guys, but it's so important. A warm
we are
shower,
so in sync.
right?
We are so in sync. I was
It's
saying
so
the
important.
same thing. I literally asked Slick. I was like, just to think that you get to stand in the shower for 20 minutes and fully enjoy it. That you get to have dinner at night and go lay in your bed and watch your favorite movie. Like remember those things every day. That people don't get those things.
And that translate into better business decision. This is not only the simple, because it sounds simple, and obviously, and sometimes the more simple things, we overlook them. Please don't. I encourage you to embrace gratitude as a way of changing your day, changing your week, changing your business, changing your life.
It's funny. In professional sports, there are certain teams, like the Yankees, the New England Patriots. There are certain teams in professional, multi-billion-dollar sports that they change the atmosphere, and you are supposed to walk in and be grateful that you play for this team, not the other way around. Like, I'm a superstar, you should be grateful you have me. No, they don't do that. The Yankees don't let you have long hair or beard. because you should be grateful for being on that team, for being on that field. And if you can see that gratefulness has carried on in tradition, Notre Dame, you are grateful to be at that school playing for that sport, for that team. And they changed everything around. That's why the better teams, they make it so that it humbles you to say, you know what, I am grateful to be here. When I was coaching kids, I had the team, the Condors, that you saw the other day. And it's funny that you bring this up, because I'll never forget, I talked to the parents, and I switched it on them. There must have been 40 parents that wanted their kids to come out and play. And I said, I don't know if your kid is going to be chosen. And it was the method of being grateful for being on the team, there were 12-year-olds, that I used to bring them on. And I had a lot of people mad at me.
Why?
Because they don't understand what you guys are talking about. It's the small things as well as the large things that you should be grateful. When you're grateful about something, you play it forward. You know, we're in this house, and we talked today to the new guys. And I'm grateful given the opportunity to do this. And I want them to feel how grateful I am. But they got to understand the reason why.
I got to tell you, so I asked the guys to come out and redo the set because everything was left here from Friday. And you know what I always do, and Slick knows. Me, all 5'1" of me, if the wind's blowing up, says, I got this. And I'm holding the pole, and I go to move the chair and the banner, and PBS goes, let me do this for you.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you,
He
thank
says,
you.
just stop. I said, well, I'll move this. He says, no.
Just stop.
He says, I'll do this for you. He goes, I'll move the chair, I'll move the banner, just let me do what
They're
I
trying to
do.
hold on to the paintings over you because you're down there
He's
and
like,
they're up
let
here.
me do what I'm here to do. I can do this. And Blake's up here. So I thank you guys because, and this is part of what I told you about, Lean, over the weekend. I was here with Slick and Teddy and we were painting. And then I came in yesterday because I thought I was going to finish the room myself. I can't finish that room myself. It took every single one of us to rehang those pictures. You came in and you finished sanding and you finished painting. Why I think I can do it all myself is why I've got
came in here to do that?
325 pages in my head.
You're funny.
Yes.
I left the room. I said, and asked Val and Taylor, I left. You know why? I said, there's so many people moving around parts in there, and Dawn is holding, and it's funny because these guys they're holding it over you. You're down there. They're up here trying
That's how I measure.
That's it. I'm out of here. I'm done.
I knew if I hold it here where I want it, they can do it up there. So that's how I measure. Forget
how it
rulers.
worked. It did
worked,
work.
right?
It just, the way that it's all staggered, like it's all with Dawn's height. Like
My mother
That's
was
right.
a decorator.
That's what it is. It's all your height.
My mother was a decorator. She would have us put brown paper on the floor whenever we would hang something and map it out. Why map it out? So my mother and I, of course, genetics and that apple. She goes, no, it goes here. And she goes, that one looks good over there.
Yep.
So if I can hold this here, and whoever was on the and PBS is above me, he's like, here I go. Nope, too high. Bring it down.
But he had to reach over you. I'm looking. I said, I wish I had a camera. He's reaching over. I got
But doesn't
this.
it look nice?
It looks great, but you go around the mountain to get there.
Lena, this is what I'm telling you. And you said to me, have you written all of these things down? I haven't written anything down.
No, we're going to do that together.
I'm
We don't
scared.
even own the pencil.
No. I told Dawn, we need to assign, and that needs to happen this week, annual goals. We need revenue goal. We need a profit goal. We need some sort of process goal. At least 3, not more than 5. And then we're going to chunk them. We're going to organize them. What's quarterly? What's monthly? And that and everything in writing. That is creating what I call a roadmap. Because what happens is, that doesn't mean that we cannot swap out things if and when changes happen, but then you have an organized, and you have a method to your madness on what you're changing. And what you're changing should be something that supports your big annual goals. So that's the way of staying organized and a pathway
like
to
that.
success.
Versus my pieces of notebook paper that I'm like, okay, this goes in this notebook. And then I change the page. I'm like, no, that's that notebook. If you ever saw my notebooks, I know. I don't know how. There's just so many things that I feel like my grandmother. I write notes, and then you got to find the notes. And
that's fine. I'm not going to suggest that we change that, Dawn. But
I like that idea.
But my recommendation, though, is that what happens is we have a way of staying busy, and busy is different than productive.
True.
So when you don't have clearly defined goals that are important to you, that are meaningful, that are going to move your business or your personal forward, then what happens is that we gravitate to busy, and then we're busy all day, we're busy all week, and then we look back and I'm like, did I accomplish anything? I'm exhausted. It feels like it did a lot, and we do a lot, but did it move the needle? And if we don't have checks and balances to figure out, wait a second, I was supposed to do 20 of these or sell these many, whether it's quantity, whether it's dollars, whatever it is, then you don't have a sense of, are you really being successful? You're busy,
But you accomplish.
but you're not. But are you accomplishing anything? So that's where I like to do. Identify what success means to you, and it means different things to different people. What are we measuring? Then we have to measure it.
I like it. She's going to hold me accountable for doing this. Oh, don't think you're getting off, because this business is you as well, my friend.
I can't even read my handwriting, so good luck with that. Do you know, I made out cards for my mom on her birthday and stuff, and my mother used to say, can you read this to me? I used to make it up. I couldn't read it. You see, the problem with me, I gotta tell you what my problem is. I see things as they develop. Like I see PBS, he comes to me and I know his background. I see her strength, I know what she's good at. I see this guy, this is a guy that I rely on more than everybody here except maybe Teddy. Whatever. But you know what? But the bottom line that everything has a filler. So in a production studio, what begins to happen is that you have issues. Different things arise. Like my partner decides on a Saturday that her and 2 other people are going to come here to change and paint. And I wasn't painting for 21 years. I know how difficult that is. You going to paint? Okay, no problem. Go ahead.
That 5-gallon bucket was really helpful. Thank you.
You didn't ask for it. I'm the one that told you about it. You told me you were using the tin.
We were very happy with the
So
tin,
why
tins.
you keep bringing it up?
Because you brought it up.
I did bring it up. The funny thing is paint is very thick, right? So you have to thin it out a little bit with a little bit of water, and you gotta play with it a little bit so it has this consistency. I went in there today to see how they painted. You guys, no wonder why you broke the headset. You guys must be built like bulls. You know how heavy that paint is?
You're slick.
Watch it, you're gonna break your
The
t-shirt.
kid who broke the ice tray in half.
He broke the headphones.
What
this
is it
morning
with
in
you?
half.
I broke the headphones today.
He broke
He's like proud. He's just like.
He broke the headphones. He broke the ice
you're
tray. Glasses are missing. The guys are looking for glasses in the back.
There's a lot of
Slick
glasses
was
that are
here.
missing. I know.
That is hilarious.
But I like that you're going to hold us accountable to write them down.
Yes, indeed.
Because you're right. Busy is you look around your house and you think, gosh, if I ever
I'm gonna
moved,
have a whole you account.
how many things would I have to pack? How many things are just that you get done to get done, but they're not really getting done. So I locked up here yesterday, and then I left, and I got halfway to 95, and I went, did I lock the door? And I did not come back, and I was going to text Israel. I'm like, I'm putting my OCD aside because I could spin myself in a million ways. It's because I don't have anything written down, right? I'm keeping it all up here, and we're working 7 days a week.
Well, I'm gonna give you one. The Beast. That's the new camera we got. So somebody was nice enough to send me one because I wasn't smart enough to take a picture of it. And I posted it out there. More people were asking me, wow, what is this that's coming? I mean, this camera is the size of this TV this way, and it's a beast. I didn't know that the lens on it was going to go through to the other side of this building. We got the wrong lens, right? So gratitude, yes. Grateful, yes. In time, when that little camera gets its lens, and then I'm going to be even more grateful. And I'm going to invite more people to come because I want people to drink from my wine. Sometimes gratefulness and gratitude, they're measured in different cups. You see, my needle always moves because I'm here. And 5 years ago, I wasn't here. 5 years ago, I wouldn't have been here. So every day for me is gratitude. That people learn that she's going to go back to school better than she came in this time. That to me means everything.
Absolutely.
That we put that music song together on Apple Tunes or whatever, iTunes or whatever. We finally got our own, I got a record published. It's done. Yep. And they finally got that done. That's been a 30-year chase. Talk about a goal. They laughed at me 5 years ago when I said, we're going to do it. And there it is. You laughed. I said, come work with me. You didn't come. You
Freddie,
said,
you know that they say that if people are not laughing at your goals, they're not big enough.
That's right.
There you go.
That's right. And people laughed at me. They almost laughed me out of this business the first 2 years I did it. I love the way people tried to explain to me how Zoom works. Zoom. We laugh at Zoom. Zoom is nothing more than a test to watch out you don't get hacked.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it is. You see our stuff?
But it works for what it works for. I want to take a commercial break, and when we come back, I want to talk about your 3-minute program, because I think that's amazing.
Okay.
And I had heard someone say, actually, Lady Ann had told me, went with her husband in business, he gives somebody, if an employee comes, they have 7 minutes to state the problem, what they need, and come up with a solution.
Holy smokes. Holy smokes. Stop the presses. Ruben Seda. Ruby D, how are you? Sir Ruby, how are you, my friend? I haven't spoken to Ruby in years. I grew up with him on DeKalb Avenue with him and Ivy, and we were the little gang.
Ruby, give us a call.
Ruby, give us a call.
888-994-4995. You guys put the number on the screen, Studio A. But I want to talk about, because that's reminded me. So her husband gives an employee or someone who says, I have an issue, 7 minutes from the time they walk in, and he's got like a sandbar, to the time they have a solution and they move on into the next issue. And I like that concept, because otherwise we end up talking in circles about things. So your 3 minutes from hello to close, I think is amazing. So let's take a commercial break. 888-994-4995, Studio A. Let's set up the phone lines, guys, and we will be right back.
At Carmen Care Advanced Laser Therapy, our professional team specializes in finding the best alternative laser therapy treatments for your painful conditions. Do you suffer with chronic pain, a post-traumatic injury, or simply looking for the benefits of cell rejuvenation to the skin? Schedule a consultation today to understand how photobiomodulation can help reduce your symptoms, reduce or even eliminate pain. Give us a call today, 561-405-9577. We focus on treating you who has a disease, not a disease that defines who you are. Contact Carmen Care Laser Therapy today, 561-405-9577 or carmencarelaser.com.
Introducing Black Tie Liquors, your one-stop shop for wine and spirit needs. Whether you're looking for an ice-cold pack of summer brews or just to grab your favorite bottle of scotch, whiskey, Black Tie Liquors has you covered. Come choose from a wide selection of beers, wines, spirits, or liqueurs. Or if you're in the mood, feel free to grab one of our fresh cigars. Stop by Black Tie Liquors today, located on 5970 South Jog Road, Lake Worth, Florida. Or give them a call at 561-968-0988.
Hi friends, it's Bree and Allie from Kids and Capes. Tune in Saturday mornings on the Brooklyn Café Kids Television Network at 10 o'clock, where we share fun and ideas. And remember, peace, love, and kindness.
Welcome to your vacation staycation. And what better way to kick back than to blend up a sweet pina colada, a smooth mojito, or just a nice stiff rum and coke. If you want true relaxation and enjoyment, then you want Gubba Rum. Gubba Rum is a unique rum infusion. Gubba Silver Rum is infused with real shredded coconut, and Gubba Rum Gold is infused with real shredded vanilla bean. Both are made with certified organic ingredients. Each infused Gubba Rum is 35% ABV, 70 proof, and as we say in Boston, wicked smooth. So if you're looking for the best combination of taste, smoothness, quality, and price, your clear choice is Gubba Rum. If you want that wicked smooth taste for yourself or your vacation staycation, visit GubbaRum.com to find your closest liquor store that carries Gubba Rum Gold and Gubba Rum Silver. Gubba Rum, it's wicked smooth.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Hey guys, before we get back to the show, I just want to talk a little bit something time in pop culture. The Bachelor, creating history, Matt James, the first black bachelor of history. He made his first cuts last week. Interesting, the women that he decided to keep on. I'm sure all of us regular Bachelor watchers, we know that the show forces them to keep the woman with drama, the one with the most interesting features. And he did choose Queen Victoria, the most problematic woman on the show so far, and some other women with some great entrances. One with sex toys, one with a pizza, one showed up in full lingerie telling him to pick the dress for her to pick. So, very interesting. Make sure to grab your drink tonight. I will be drinking Gubba rum tonight when I'm watching The Bachelor. So make sure to grab your drink and we'll see you there. Back to the show.
Awesome job.
When is she leaving?
Just like I sound like you. Please, no. Right?
What is it? His date told him to pick a dress?
Yeah.
That? Wow.
She showed up in full lingerie and with 2 dresses on a rack. First time meeting him. She's like, what do you want me to wear?
Now you guys watch that show? Everybody in there watch it?
It's popular right now.
I don't watch it.
My daughter watches it.
My daughter, my stepdaughter.
Cracker Barrel.
My stepdaughter, when she stays over the house, she makes me watch it, and then she gets into it. Then she shows me reruns, like on Netflix and stuff. You watch it?
No, Chelsea does though. I don't, because I'm always so busy doing I don't know what.
I have no clue what I do.
That and Big Brother. Isn't that another show, Big Brother? Or
I've never
something?
seen that.
Yeah.
No, Lena, you're right. I'm busy because from here I go, all right, then I go and I go work out, and then I got to do laundry, and then I heat up something
that's
for
not
dinner.
till 10 o'clock at night. Don't tell me you're busy doing all that 10 o'clock at night.
I usually work around 7.
You need a coach to help you organize.
Yes.
Can I get it done?
I do. I needed someone to help me. And I can't be the only one that is like this.
That happens to everybody, Don. It's not exclusive to you. We all
Thank you.
face it. And it's just a matter of carving the time for what's really important, reprioritizing, and then having somebody who can help you be accountable. It's a lot easier when you have somebody that you're answering to.
And so we're going to work on that this week, but I also want to touch on, before you have to go, this program that you're working with. That I know there's a link tonight, and you're doing something on the 20th, 21st?
On the 22nd.
22nd.
Right. So it is called a Real Raw Open, and it is a forum that it is partial a networking event, part a game. The premise is going from hello to yes in 3 minutes or less. The premise is that influence is a superpower, and that for us to have better relationships at home, at work, with clients, with employees, it doesn't matter what relationships, if and when our ability to influence other people increases, our ability to make more money, to have more time, or to generate more magic in our lives increases. So anybody who wants more information, please reach out to me. You can call me at 954-632-6808 or go to my website, lenasosa.com, and contact me. We can talk about it.
So in 3 minutes, you're going to resolve issues? Is that
No,
what
the 3 minutes, hello to yes. So it could be that you're talking to somebody, you want to have an appointment. You barely have 3 minutes. You could be in an elevator with somebody and you want a second appointment. It could be that you want, I don't know, to convince one of your employees to do something for you.
Like
It
to
is,
close.
well, how do you go from hello to yes?
to close the deal? So
Or
like
to
if
the
Slick
next
wanted
step.
to ask somebody out on a date, he has 3 minutes to come.
3 minutes, exactly. How do you do that?
Yep. 3 minutes from hello to close of whatever that next
Hello
step
to
is.
close. Can you do it? I'll pay you $100 if you can do it. First of all, you get tongue tied.
Actually, they, with women, they're doing one for dating. I'm not doing the one for dating. I'm doing business. So this is for if you own a business, if you own a business and you want to learn the influence. But on dating, actually, there's a couple of coaches.
Is there
that do
one
that.
for dating too?
There's one for dating. Yeah.
So on business, if I wanted to teach them how to get sponsors, like I sell Slick, I want you to pick up a sponsor. 3 minutes?
Yes, because when you call somebody, right, you have what, seconds before they hang up the phone on you.
Oh, this is cold calling?
It could eat in anything. I thought you were talking about cold calling.
Wow.
Like
that's
I
even
do,
harder.
I do cold calling. So for me, it behooves me. I am learning. How do I do that more
Cold calling is the hardest.
efficiently? How do I develop rapport with somebody so we go from the first 30 seconds that they just want to, not want to talk to me, to staying on the phone long enough to listen to what I have to say?
That's really.
It's an interesting concept, right? And you're hosting one on the 22nd.
I'm hosting one January 22nd, 1:30 Eastern time. Yes.
So our kids that are breaking into, like Nina's graduating, kids that are breaking into the market, when they go on an interview, they have to make a first impression. Usually you get 30 seconds to make that interview.
30-second elevator pitch.
But it can't sound phony. You ever notice, so many people I've interviewed in my life, I'm a people person. If you say that to me one more time, everybody's a people person. And you can see the way the country is. Everybody's a people person.
Yeah.
But and then you're all good at conversations, and we're good at this, right? We do this and talk all day long. But how do you close and get to the next step of the deal?
But are we all good in conversation? I beg to differ on that one.
There you go.
Delivery is everything. And it's funny because in here you guys are too close to the flame, but her and I get to see everybody's niche of improvement. And you have improved tremendously. Teddy
Thank you.
improves tremendously. Even my little Val in there, I'm a getter to that same point. I'm a getter. It has nothing to do with, it has to do with feeling comfortable in your own skin.
And she did. Val came out today. She said, all right, everyone's busy doing blah, blah, blah. So she's like, all right, I'm going to do this, and Taylor's going to do this, and Dina's going to run the floor, and Slick's got fuego, and Val did it.
And
Just
even
take charge.
And even, Coach, if you look at your first episode, because I do speak Spanish on Fuego, and you look at today's episode, and it's night and day. Delivery has changed. You know, you're more comfortable in what you're talking about, you're delivering it, and you're changing it up. So what we're trying to teach the new guys, you got to begin with your environment. Make it
Because you know
comfortable.
what they say, practice makes
Better.
Perfect.
progress. Practice makes progress. Because think about it. We never reach perfection. I don't know that perfection exists. But once you see progress, then you feel good about yourself. And it's all about progress.
And
That is
we're
true.
usually we're really tough on ourselves. You know who your biggest
Yeah.
critic is? Look in the mirror.
Yes.
Say hello to my little friend.
Are you critical of yourself?
Me? Never.
I didn't
Yeah,
think
I was
so.
going to say there's no
The
way
hell
you're
for?
hard on
Him, I don't think so. It's like, my
I'm not
socks
a
don't
hypocrite.
match. I don't
But
care.
you know what? I'm at a point in my life, if I say the wrong thing, like you always say, oh, I offended everybody.
Yeah.
Okay, who'd I miss? Who'd I miss? Because I get you too. You know, the bottom line is nobody does this better than yourself. Think about it. I thought that was, I wanted to see you on film.
It was amazing.
On
what
a
you
call,
just did.
that's clean, man.
Thank you.
It's clean. And that lady that came in here to sing the other day, she had stage presence. Forget about the song and she had stage. She commanded the stage. And that's the hardest thing to learn. And you're learning that. You're taking control of this thing, which is phenomenal. Teddy, the same thing. You know, and this is all about that. You forget about it. I sometimes I wonder
Where'd I
why
come
you-
from?
No, why you don't take on the other new assignments that people throw at you all the time.
What new assignment?
CBS, ABC, they will all take you in. You think I'm funny? I'm telling you the truth, and I'm doing it in front of everybody.
I see that.
That's because she has bigger goals than those.
Yeah.
I see you're throwing me out there in front of everybody.
I'm telling you, Dawn. I've seen you on film for 10 years.
She has even bigger goals than those.
Well, sometimes you got to take what they give you so you can make them goals even bigger. But I always wondered. I get up in the morning and says, "What the hell is wrong with her?"
25 pages later. But there's so many nuances in it. We help so many people grow. And I was telling Lena, and we talked about it this morning, the amount of connecting that we get to do here, and when we see it come to fruition, outside of these walls, and people start texting and writing in on social media and have these whole conversations of where they met, how they met, the synergies that come from it. I have to give Lena a hope part, actually. This is where my brain digresses because so many things are like that. And you guys are amazing. And Blake, you're going to learn it, and PBS. And I thank you guys because I know I'm small, but yet I think I'm so mighty. But I get tired. This little 5-foot person is
why.
like, shoo, I can't keep lifting these drapes.
I know, lifting these heavy frames. She's like, oh, yep, just mark it, boys. Just mark it and then put it in right there.
I'm moving
Hilarious.
tables out of there on Saturday.
I
I've
don't
got
compete anymore.
I said to Slick, whose piano is this?
Now, did
I
you,
pick it up and
now,
take it
now, did
outside.
you notice the other day, she was in Studio A, and you went in there with me and Slick, and we started moving the frames and everything else? I waited until she was on the phone. See, I wait for my, I wait. And as soon as she got off the phone, I jumped
And then
out
we're
of there.
done.
Yeah, because she's going to have me going in 15 different directions.
Until I exhaust myself. So I'm looking forward to sitting and writing down those goals with you. Absolutely.
Yes.
And as I go through these processes, I'm even going to work with Dr. Temler. I have an appointment with her tomorrow because Dr. Anya from Total Holistic, because I talk about these things enough and we share with our audience about better health, about wellness, alternative or regular medicine, whatever it is you believe in, or a combination, and goal setting and business growth. If you and I don't walk the walk, then why do we do this?
True that. Even Tracy was here the other day, and she took me down a different path. I didn't see that coming. But a lot of the truth that she speaks, if you listen to what they tell you and you buy in and just pay attention for a little bit, Tracy from Healing Moments, you know, you talk about removing all this stress. You know, stress is going to kill all of us. If we're not careful, stress is going to be your worst enemy. Forget about finding a significant other. Forget about dating. Forget about any of that, because you're going to be such a mess. Ain't nobody going to want to be with you, including yourself.
It's interesting. A lot of people had a rough week last week.
Yes.
A lot of people. And it must have been, don't laugh, something with the stars in alignment, because it was
It had
on
to
a
be
whole,
something,
right?
Because everyone wanted to go into 2021 with the new ideas, new everything, and then it all like went downhill. Like right in the beginning of 2021, and that's what I was talking about on my show. And it's just so crazy how quickly people can go from 2020 was so horrible, let's start over, let's do the best we can, to 2 million COVID cases and Capitol breaching. Like it's so quick.
So let me ask you, do you guys remember in the Daily News used to do the horoscopes? Remember that? We used to get up in the morning. My sister always read the horoscopes.
Yep.
Pisces, today, never happened. It was never right. But everybody read it religiously. Do you guys hold on to stars that way? Do you hold on to that kind of material?
So the zodiac life has definitely gone a little more out there. They are signing it to celebrities, and if you're like this, then you're like this celebrity. I don't go that far into it, but what I think, if the stars are up there for a reason in certain combinations that creates a lamb or a Leo or whatever it's creating, it's not just up there to be up there and burning gas. Like outer space isn't so big and so wide to just be there. It does something,
So
and it
you
has
think
an
it's all
effect on the
preset?
people of the earth.
Ah,
It affects us in a way so crazy where it perfectly creates your personality. I don't think so, but it does something, and it has an effect on us for sure.
you believe that?
Me? 100%.
I told you that I met a rabbi that told me every star is a soul since the beginning of time. And that sort of hit home, and I said, wow, how do you argue that? How do you tell the guy you're out of your mind? But think
Yeah.
about it. He says every soul looking down, every star is a soul.
You told me that about every drop of water in the ocean.
That too. Somebody else told me that every drop of water is a soul that has passed on this earth. That's why your tears are salty.
How do you like that? You've
Oh,
lifted
wow.
everyone like.
See, I never heard that
boom.
one. That's crazy. That's why it's salty.
It's true that. It's a true story.
All right, let's take a commercial break. We got to get these guys rocking and rolling. Slick, we must play your pieces today. Let's take a quick commercial break. Make sure they've got your pieces queued up. Why don't we come back with one of those, Slick? 888-994-4995. Slick put together some incredible pieces last week, and we were just crazy busy, so I want to make sure we air them, because you know what? They still are timely. Stay tuned, and we will be right back.
Hi friends, it's Boone and Alley Fun, Kids and Capes. Tune in Saturday mornings on the Brooklyn Café, Kids Television Network at 10 o'clock, where we share fun and ideas. And remember, peace, love, and kindness.
Amp Media Productions and WNN Money Talk Radio have been in conjoint business for 10 years. They've been working around the clock, nonstop, to promote over 500 shows and businesses reaching all over South Florida. With added platforms such as social media live streaming, podcasts, and the specialty of live radio, it's never been easier to get your voice heard by millions of listeners. To amplify your impact and start your show today, contact Amp Media Productions at 866-224-5422. That's 866-224-5422.
Stars International is a multicultural, open-format record label with multiple production services from recording to broadcasting. On the label side, we focus on developing artists and helping them achieve their goals. On the production side, we cover anything from recording and mixing your vocals to creating your master track. We also include distribution if needed, and we have full access to TV production and on-air services to help build and create the artist you want to be. We're a fully digital studio and plan on taking music theory to the next level.
Looking for a place to get your ice cream fix? Look no further than Cold Stone Creamery. At Cold Stone, we make our ice cream fresh every single day in store. We have over 20 different ice cream base flavors and over 30 different mix-ins to choose from. We also have plenty of signature creations if you don't want to go ahead and choose your own. To end your creation, you could put it in one of our freshly made waffles. We have ice cream cakes, ice cream sandwiches, milkshakes, smoothies, banana splits, sundaes, and so many other things for you to come check out and enjoy. We are the official ice cream store of the Brooklyn Café. Hope to see you soon, and remember, it's always a great day for ice cream.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Hi, America. Did you know today is the first day Hawaii planted the pineapple? Pineapples are good. They're full of juice and vitamin C. You can put them in your room. They smell good. But people also use pineapples for food and drinks and alcohol. Pizza was one of the first things they made with pineapple in food, but most people don't like pineapple on pizza because it's too juicy or it may not taste good. But if you don't like pineapples on your pizza, you can also use it in casseroles. They make fine pineapple casseroles. And now, back to the show.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is PBS.
That is PBS.
Now, you know, the strange thing about a pineapple is that it grows down.
That's who you had said. I used to plant pineapples. You can cut the top off. There's so much useless information I have. You can plant your own pineapples and just by using the top. Mixes great with gubba. Slick likes pineapple on his pizza. And the pineapple symbol is a symbol of hospitality.
That's right. My son always uses the pineapple.
4 fun facts about a pineapple.
My son, Gio, uses the pineapple as his logo because it's the most different fruit in the world. Think about a pineapple. You can't bite into it. You got to cut into it. It grows downwards instead of upwards.
Fun facts.
And my son says that's what makes me so different.
And you know what also reduces inflammation? The bromelain in the pineapple. If you have your wisdom teeth out, pineapple juice cuts the inflammation because of the bromelain in it.
When I eat pineapple, it cuts my tongue.
You got to peel it.
I mean,
You're eating the outside.
that used to happen to me.
Really?
The acidity.
And now it doesn't. It's there's something
The acidity.
like you're allergic to it.
Yes.
Somewhat.
It's a very strong deal.
In
And
my
pineapple-
country, they serve the piña colada at the nice resorts inside a pineapple.
Yeah.
So they take
Oh,
everything
yeah.
out, and then they give you the whole fruit with a big straw. It's the best way of having
It's
a
so
real
good. I
delicious
I did that
piña
in Puerto
colada.
Rico.
Sounds good to
I
me.
used
I
to
did that
drill.
in Block Island.
I used to
was
drill the
so
inside of the
good.
pineapple. You did it in Block Island?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
So
put
good.
it zing,
Delicious.
and you take it out, and then you make it. Also, the coconut. We used to make them inside the coconut.
Makes me think of SpongeBob SquarePants.
Pineapple.
Did you see the game yesterday? They had SpongeBob in the field goal. So when he kicked it, it went right into his face.
I got it of Nickelodeon, right? With
Gotta
the
check it
slime.
out.
The thing is funny that we just sent me. Remember how last week we talked about Girl Scout cookie pairing? Mm-hmm. Freddie just got a post that there's a local brewery in town that I'm so glad that no one listens to us. They're doing Girl Scout cookie pairing with beer. So I think we should do it here. Let's call them, ask them to do it in here.
Why not?
Why not?
Why not?
That's what I'm thinking. Valerie. Slick. We're going to Val call them. Slick, let's run your pieces because they're really timely. We're going to call this local brewery that's doing Girl Scout cookie beer pairing.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like actual Girl Scout cookies.
I am.
But like,
Yes, we're going to get. Why are you selling Girl Scout cookies?
I used to.
Why am I not surprised?
Do you eat the mint ones? That's the one everybody eats, right?
They're even better when they're cold.
Frozen, right?
Frozen.
Next to the
freezer.
batteries.
You ever had one of them?
No.
No?
You never had them before?
No, they're not good.
We're gonna teach
I
you
like
how.
the Samoas.
We're
I
gonna
didn't
teach you how to enjoy life. First of all, pineapples cannot go on every pizza.
Only half. Slick gets it on half.
Only goes on certain delicious pizza. If you put a pineapple on thin crust pizza, it's gonna go right through the pizza.
Oh, because it's soggy?
You need to have firm, delicious pizza, and those are the ones you put the pineapple on. It's
Slick, come on out and set your segment up. And what part of what our crew is working on.
Get a mic and set it up.
And yes, we are a working
Yeah, but tell us what we're
classroom, a
looking at.
working platform, and you hear us talking to everybody else because this is how a lot of our crew learns. They're here on internship opportunities. They're here between school semesters, after school, graduation, for credit. Some of them do it just to learn and not get any credit. So part of what they are learning is floor design, set, video editing, commercials, audio segments, as well as putting segments together. So
As well as putting their own shows together, and we're losing Nina. She's going back to school at the end of the week.
Yeah, on Friday I drive, but like tomorrow I'm getting my oil changed and tires rotated and just getting ready for the big drive.
And where are you headed?
New Hampshire,
What college?
Franklin Pierce University.
And you run the radio department and everything up there.
I don't run it, but
Nobody
I am a
needs
part
to know
of it.
that.
I am a part of our school news program.
We got to get that open again.
I know.
And here we're going to do some news here. They have your segment queued up.
No, we got the segment queued up.
What are we seeing?
The segment is about the raid.
Let's.
We're talking about it on
The riots?
Yeah, the riot.
All right, let's ISO in your segment. You're going to talk us through it. All right, let's roll it, guys.
I know that everyone here will soon be marching over to the Capitol building to peacefully and patriotically make your voices heard. Today we will see whether Republicans stand strong for integrity of our elections.
All right, guys, like that segment was mostly about, the riot or the rioting that happened the first week of the new year, which wasn't supposed to happen, but people wanted it. Or no, not people, but but clearly, like there's some social groups that clearly did not abide by the unification of America. So they wanted their president, even though their president but he lost significantly, so there was no need for like this. Like, if the president was going to be the same president of, like, if he was gonna get 4 more years, I was gonna have them look over my Dolphins season and get some of these games back so we can be in the playoffs. But we lost. I accepted the loss. They should have accepted the loss. They should have not break down, I'll say, private, because it's a U.S. Capitol. Everybody there should have been arrested that day, but I mean, they're getting their arrest done as we
After
speak.
the fact.
Yeah, as we speak, because Twitter found all of these names of these people because they didn't want to hide their faces within the day. So now the FBI is on it.
Yeah,
I want to ask you a question. 'Cause when all of this was coming out, you guys were all sitting in Studio A, and we had finished our show, and everything was coming out, and you put a segment together. What did it feel like to you to put a segment together and bring it to fruit? You stayed up all night doing it.
Oh yeah, true.
What was that like for you to create this?
It was kind of like for me when I'm like in that creating process. It didn't take me that long. It's just like, for me, it was something historic that had to be documented and had to be showed. So the fact that there's you guys gave me a platform to do that, I can basically portray what I need to show, and I know my stuff can come out good. And then you guys do give me like pointers on it, but like me doing it, I felt like I did something like historic. So you can for the one, it was not biased in a way. So I try to sway your opinion, but you take it as like I give you, like, you make your opinion on the video.
That's right. That's what I like about it.
The video
you
was just
presented what it was.
You just gave the facts and not trying to give an opinion about it.
Most definitely.
As people are getting arrested on this thing, some of the facts that I find shocking is that the fire department of New York City, they just put out something where firemen were involved in this stupidity.
Really?
That's shocking. Also, some retired Air Force and Marines, where a lady that was killed was in the Army or the Marines, and she had fought towards in Afghanistan. A lady that was shot and killed on this deal.
Yeah.
Military personnel, things of that nature.
Like,
really
what is
shocking. I mean,
like,
shocking. I understand anger, like the Dolphins not making the playoffs, but I would really be upset that you would go and scale the building because
I
the
wouldn't
Dolphins didn't make the playoffs.
Most
There are
definitely.
rules. There is a winner and there's going to be a loser.
Correct.
If you think that that I'm going to win no matter what I do, then why have elections?
That's exactly what I was talking about on my show today too.
Correct.
Slick was watching the whole thing, and I was basically trying to portray, yes, everyone's going to be upset when the person you don't want to win doesn't win, but we should remember how lucky we are that we get to vote. The countries that are out there that will be arrested and beaten if they don't give respect to the person that's in power. Yes, you could have your opinion. You could believe what you want to believe, and you could hate who you want to hate, but we get to vote, and once the votes are in, we have to make sure that's final, or else that'll be taken away, and then what do we have?
That's right.
You know, like, everyone was very upset when President Trump went into office. Everyone's very upset that Biden's going into office, but at least we get
to vote about the person.
Everyone's always upset.
Yeah, like we have two polar people. At least both of them get a chance and both of them get a try, and we get to exist and still live our free world while they're in office.
The funny thing is, if Trump would have lost by 1 vote, he still loses. You know, the republics, if you go down to the Roman Empire, we've always had clashes in a republic because it gets contested. People get angry. But think about it. You're allowed to show anger because you live in a republic. In Taiwan or in China, they run you over with a tank if you show anger.
Exactly.
They shut you off completely. You're not allowed to say, hey, listen, I'm angry because. Forget about the because.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For a second. But it's a democracy. And the bottom line here is that somebody's going to win and somebody's going to lose. And you have to respect the office. You know, Biden is our president. Just like when Trump won, he's our president. Now, I got to give you, the people were upset with Trump since day one.
Yeah.
The articles of impeachment were just announced.
Yes.
They're going to try to impeach him for the second time. Enough is enough. The bottom line here is, if you see something going down, you don't say march, you don't say walk, you don't do that. And you got to be a leader. That's the problem that we're missing right now. We got no leaders. We got nobody. We got people accusing everybody and pointing fingers. It's not the way you run anything, from a business to your married life.
But what I really love about it, and all of that aside, and starting impeachment, he's out in 7 days. I think it's 7 days, right?
Yeah, why would you start an impeachment? He's getting impeached or he's leaving.
The reason they want to impeach him is because he'll have no security once he gets out. He loses a boatload of money. There's like so many negatives that will be directly towards President Trump, and that's what they want for him. They want him to suffer.
Here's what I love about the whole process, not this process, but your process, is that, Slick, you took the time and you created a spot. We asked you and you did it. 2 is, Dina, you sit and you have the conversation and you understand what's going on. That it is up, I'm going to try not to cry. That it's up to you guys to have your opinions and to bring forth the change of whatever change that you see you want. It is your generation, and you guys are not sitting back now. And we're in an industry where you're fighting and you're sharing the facts. You're not asking to sway anyone's opinion. And that's what I try so hard to impress is, and in media, we have to show both sides, right? We try to show both sides.
But the media doesn't do that either.
But we know when we've got one person on radio, we have to offer the other side.
We can do that. We can do that. We can show
as
both
in
sides.
Our roof
yeah,
of Ant
we
Media
can do.
Productions.
We can do both sides.
And we, as our crew in Ant Media Productions, it is up to you guys. And Teddy's talking about Bitcoin, and Val talks about community, and Slick speaks, and Fuego, and Dina, for you to take a stand and to go back to school. That is what I love about our crew.
Let me ask you a question. You're involved with the media.
The golden side of what I like, yes.
Well, there's also the dark side. So you're involved in media, and she goes and she interviews Trump, and he calls all sorts of names and says, you ain't nothing but fake news.
Yeah.
Now, that's your sister in arms, right? She's in the media. So all of a sudden, you're going to get a little angry because he's not respecting your office.
Well, because he's inciting, yes.
He's not respecting your office, but he's supposed to respect his. And the media turned against Trump because he decided to drain the
swamp.
The swamp? Really? Yeah. I'm going to go to work and I'm going to drain the swamp with people I'm supposed to work with?
Correct. He wanted to drain the swamp.
Right. How do you do that logically? You're supposed to be a businessman. Now, I just read also they removed the PGA off his golf course. No more.
Really?
Yep, gone. I also read that people that said, like Cruz, all these guys that said that they didn't believe in the vote and everything was a mistake, they're losing all their funding. Marriott has pulled out. Wow. Insurance company of billions of dollars. Wow. So guess what, Cruz? You ain't going to have nothing but a nickel to say, I'm going to run for re-election. You need money.
But I want to ask Lena also, in the pulse of the Hispanic culture, you do Fuego 2.0. The Hispanics made a huge difference in the vote. We talked about this, right?
Largest minority.
It didn't change Florida, but it had it changed Miami-Dade vote. What's the pulse of the community in the Hispanic sector?
I don't know that I can answer that. It's been so confusing to follow the news and follow the volatility of this whole thing.
Well, Rubio came out. Rubio.
Yeah, but when
recently, last week.
Oh,
and Rubio is blaming all of us that we are all responsible.
All as Hispanic?
As a people.
Okay.
Because we didn't do anything as a people to see the truth. Arnold Schwarzenegger said it best than everybody. Did you know Arnold Schwarzenegger's father was involved with the Second World War with the Germans? He was in the German flank. And he said his father used to come home and get drunk twice a week and beat on him and his mother. And he was frustrated because he was lied to, and they were forcing him to fight in World War II. Okay? And the bottom line here is that if you are lied to as a people and you believe it, you get angry and you see this stuff go out. You see arms and arms. Nobody's saying anything. What they want to do is erase Trump's legacy. When you erase a man's legacy, people are going to fight.
Yes.
People are going to fight because nobody wants their legacy erased. Nobody wants you not to be. That ain't right either. So,
Well, what I love about this is, look, if outside of this environment, we could have a civilized conversation in which here everybody's listening to each other, we would be having a different world.
You're right.
And the other piece that I want to convey is about personal accountability. Because it's really easy to be talking about you and you and you and you. And what we all need to be doing is looking at ourselves first. Because the reality is, what Trump hasn't realized yet, that he himself cost the election. It wasn't anybody else. But he did not want to take accountability of that, right? But then everybody's doing the same. Everybody's point, he's not the only one doing it. Everybody, nobody, most people are not identifying, what can I do to make this better? How do we all, everybody's expecting the other side to do it. And like that, we are going to continue on a standstill that we've been for years. Because this is not new.
It's always easiest to say somebody cheated when you don't get the outcome you're looking for. That is the most simplest way of saying there's no way in the world I lost this. And people believing that rhetoric. And if you say it time and time again, it's going to be believed. But the bottom line here is, the bottom line, as a people, we should be more accountable. We should, there's a lot of things going on right here. The politics is one. Racial tension in this country is at an all-time high. Man against women, us against Latinos, us against blacks. There's a lot of problems going on right now. Lots of problems. And to be honest with this thing, the blue cops doing what they do and people being upset about that, where do you want to start these conversations? How do we start these conversations? How do you talk to people in the conversation? Now, you got the Senate, you got the House, and the President, all Democratic.
They have to have uncomfortable conversations. Me being, I would say, so young, but I still feel old. But you have to have the uncomfortable conversations to get that outcome that you're hoping for. Like, no conversation about like racial tension, political party, equality as a whole in America is gonna be an easy conversation. But it's always, you always are going to need that, that uncomfortable talk. Just like I pointed in the fact of like, I'm working on myself, guys, so don't think, don't think I'm like going out dating, but I put in the fact of dating. Like, to get to that next step with that girl that you probably meet for the first time, you're gonna have to have that conversation. Or you're gonna have to make that uncomfortable move to have that conversation. No conversation that's like, I'll say, progressive in a way, from personal experience, it's not gonna be easy. Unless it's like an interview and you prepare for it. But everything else, you have to have that uncomfortable conversation.
It's a nice job.
Yeah.
I was thinking, like, everybody's talking about Arnold Schwarzenegger. What's Arnold Schwarzenegger, right?
Schwarzenegger.
They were saying, like, the Republican Party is dead. But after his speech this morning, I think, even if the Democrats continue to win, I think they can revive it, and he should probably run for president. Or do you think he would run for president? Arnold Schwarzenegger, yeah.
I think there's a stipulation that you must be born in the USA to be president. He was governor, but you're not allowed to be president.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking the same thing, but yeah.
But but the bottom line here is that we should all be able to run for president. I'll never forget, before this mess started, Pitbull said that before he dies, he wishes to see a Latino in the White House. And I got to tell you something. You know how you ladies would like to see a female in the White House? I feel the same way about a Latino, about a Latin being in the White House. Because we are the second largest minority in this country. This country was built Minorities. My father came here as a minority. My great-grandfathers, they're in the books on Ellis Island and everything else.
You want to know my dream? My dream is that I get to see a point where it doesn't matter if it's a woman or a Latino or a black, that it is about the best person. Exactly. And that we can honestly overlook sex, color, religion, and it's really who is that person who has the country's best interest at heart, that can actually move the needle, who can do a better job, and where the rest does not matter. That's what I hope to see.
Exactly. You gotta watch Bridgerton on Netflix.
Yes.
Bridgerton.
Yeah, that's my new
because
show.
It's a period piece, but yet that is exactly what, it goes back to that, where it doesn't matter. Dating, royalty, monarchy, doesn't make a difference. Everyone is looked at the same.
It's true, because Obama was a very intelligent man, and he was first black president. Hillary Clinton, if you like a female to be there, I could pick 5 or 6 other women that I'd rather have. But if you like Hillary, then she lost the election.
No, because what I want to caution people is for voting.
Nice job,
like
Al.
if
Thank you.
I don't want people to come to me just because I'm a woman or just because I'm a Latina. I want to think that I have something bigger to contribute than just.
But as a woman, you do. You have a different perspective.
Absolutely no, but you leverage the perspective, not necessarily that I'm a woman or that I'm a man.
Sarah Palin. You know Sarah Palin?
Of course.
Do you know why you know Sarah Palin?
Lipstick.
See everybody laughing. But Sarah Palin, in my estimation, did the brightest thing she could ever do. She said she saw Russia from her backyard.
Oh.
Remember that?
That was smart.
Now, nobody's ever forgotten Sarah Palin. But is she qualified to run the country? Probably not. Probably not. But sometimes it's what you present. You know, Trump ran against Hillary, and the country decided to go with Trump because they got tired of the politics. And now we're putting another politician back, which is Biden. Okay? The real interesting one is going to be 2024 when the vaccine is in play and everything else. Then the ground becomes even. Let's see. I think an independent wins in 2024. To be very honest.
I'm hearing a lot of rumblings for the first time that could be a real possibility.
Yeah.
And it might be a Hispanic.
Yeah.
But that's what a republic is supposed to do. You know, the 4th of July, we spent it here. Like we were sitting in those chairs. And we had an intern here who's no longer with us. And he said something to me that brought a tear to my eye. He says, I don't feel like an American today. Remember that? That is the most hurtful thing you can either tell a vet, the most hurtful thing anybody over the age of 50 to 60, the most hurtful thing where you come in here and you've worked all your life and you worked hard and nobody gave you nothing and you made it and you give to people. Because we're all Americans, and we got to never feel we're not an American, ever. You don't let anybody ever take that away from you. That was the most hurtful thing I ever heard. You heard it, and he said it on the air. Wow. And I said to him, we're going to change that, and he left. That, to me, black, white, Latino, Latina, makes no difference.
I agree.
We're still American first. That's what we have to remember, no matter what goes on in this country.
Exactly.
And we don't beat up on each other. We don't do that. We don't turn against ourselves.
Right.
We did that one time in the Civil War. We don't do that no more. Stop it.
You don't repeat history, you learn from it.
If you don't learn from it, you will repeat it. Ask Napoleon when he went to Waterloo. Hitler when he tried to do this. But anyway, getting back to Trump, can you imagine being recognized as one of the worst leaders in the world and your name with Hitler and Mussolini? Right. You think that I want to be remembered that way? They want to wipe out his legacy. You don't. It's a difficult thing to do that with the President of the United States. Okay, so let's say he's had a couple of bad months. Enough. Let's put our shields, let's put our swords down. Let's move on, man. We got enough problems.
Let's take a commercial break. Slick, you had another piece?
Yeah.
What's it about?
Today in history is about Michael Jordan last week scoring him being the second most or the second fastest to score 20,000 points.
Nice. All right, let's lighten the mood. Let's take
All
a
right.
commercial break. When we come back, we're going to play your piece, Dina. I want to play some of your pieces. I think we got to go gratitude style as we roll into our 1 o'clock hour. So stay tuned, 888-994-4995, and we will be right back.
A kiss to everyone you miss. Hugs and smiles will make the world a better place, and heals the heart with a smile on your face.
Hugs and Smiles Foundation was formed on the basis of giving kids the opportunity to learn and grow with art and music. Our classes are made for kids to express themselves in an open and free environment. If you want to donate or help run the class, contact Tina Weiss at 954-501-0524 or at tina@hugsandsmiles.org. All the memorabilia sold at the Brooklyn Café goes right back to the foundation to help Hugs and Smiles keep going. If you want to purchase a piece of art or memorabilia, contact Tina Weiss at 954-501-0524 or at tina@hugsandsmiles.org.
The music, art, and dance, and holding hands, we could take a stand. And with a smile, you make my dreams come true. Then all I need is a hug, a smile from you and you.
Hi, I'm Tracy McDonough, owner and founder of Healing Moments. Healing Moments is a healing playroom, a mind, body, spirit center. Our service is love and compassion, and the environment is soothing, peaceful, and inviting. Every area is designed for healing and peace. We deliver services such as massage therapy or lymphatic drainage, energy healing and Reiki, chakra balancing, physical vascular therapy for circulation and pain, vibrational medicine using frequencies and oils, and music in order to calm and relax your mind, body, and spirit. We also offer detoxification services using infrared sauna, ionic foot baths, and power plates. All of our modalities are designed to reduce stress, anxiety, induce relaxation, relieve pain, and provide detoxification and inflammation reduction for optimal healing and wellness.
Williams across the timeline. Has it tipped, and guess where it goes? Could be it! There it is! What a way to go, Mike! And he wants out. 20,000 points in the career of Michael. The hour with 20,000 career points. All right, 5,087 at Philly, 10,089 at Philly, 15,091 Philly, 20,093 Chicago Stadium. Fastest to reach 20,000. Well, that was Wilt Chamberlain. How many games did it take to reach 20,000 points? Chamberlain just under 500. Michael 620. Big O, Oscar Robertson 671. Second fastest ever in the.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Café Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
This segment is brought to you by Gubba Rum. It's wicked smooth and it comes in two flavors, Gubba Silver and Gubba Gold. And back to Freddie and Dawn.
Lineman watching football this
Offensive
weekend.
lineman. Did you
ever
Blake
play
looks like an
football?
offensive lineman.
I did rowing in high school, though.
Rowing.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Rowing.
Yeah.
Are you from down here?
No, I'm not.
Where are you from?
In Indian River County.
Indian River?
That's in Florida.
So you are from Florida.
It's still on the East Coast. It's like an hour and 30 minutes north of Boca.
So you're from down here, versus like New York or Connecticut. Or,
In other words, when she says, "Are you down from down
I'm
here?"
in
it means
Florida.
Indian River has those big big oranges that look like grapefruits.
Yep.
I bought a sack of those. It took me 2 months to eat them. Indian, and she never played football
No.
or baseball.
No.
Wow.
but
I'm
he's here.
surprised.
So this is Blake. Blake, what's your last name?
Losi.
Blake is our new intern.
What's Blake's last name?
Losi. From FAU. So welcome to our fun.
Thank you.
Our fun fam.
Double B.
Slick, that was a nice piece. We got to get you a mic. I love these segments that you guys are putting together. I think they are timely and kind of fun.
Well, I kind of like that because Michael Jordan for me is the greatest basketball player that I ever saw play. And my son argues. My son argues with me because he says that what's his name? Sir King, Mr. King James, is the greatest basketball
LeBron?
player. LeBron.
Oh, I don't know. Who you think Michael Jordan's the best basketball player?
I don't think so because I'm undecided. Because the two basketball players for me, I'm pretty sure you guys would know them or not. Reggie Miller and Allen Iverson.
Reggie was good, but he wasn't in the class of Michael.
Allen Iverson was amazing.
Iverson was good also, but there's a whole different side of Iverson that took him away from the game.
It's because I watched the documentary and I kind of did history behind it because of that dark side, but it was he was that person that was in the wrong place
at the wrong time.
Yeah.
But you know that Jordan was All Defensive Player of the Year for 3 years in a row.
Correct.
None of these guys ever did that. He was a scorer.
Yeah.
So Jordan did both sides of the equation. He did defense and offense.
Correct.
Iverson was a great scorer, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I don't think he was the same defender. And the same thing with James. I think James is a great offensive player.
Yeah.
But I don't think he has the defense that will ever match up to Jordan. Jordan used to be in your pocket. He was like gum. I never seen a guy, and he used to stay in the air. Like if two guys jump at the same time, this guy came down, Jordan was still in the air. How the hell did he do that?
I don't know. I know. I saw Jordan at the the aging of his career when I was a kid. He was on the Wizards, and he wasn't the same Jordan. He was like.
You saw him at the
He was just there. What the element for that one was about Jordan scoring his 20,000. I think he's the second most who did it in that time frame.
Second least games to get there.
Yeah, second least games, and what is it? On top of him is Wilt Chamberlain because Wilt Chamberlain was just tall.
Yeah,
So all he was doing was like this.
The hook shot.
Yeah.
You ever seen Wilt play?
Well, no.
See, when you're a Knicks fan, they played the Lakers, and it was Willis Reed and Wilt Chamberlain. I'm going to tell you, if you talk about a war,
I'm telling you.
And then I got to see Michael destroy my Knicks for 4 years in a row. Not nice, man. You get to see a player, and they beat up on Michael.
What about Bird in I'll say Boston
Cleanest shooter I've ever seen in the history of the game. But he didn't have the defense like Michael. But my God, Bird actually went in the foul where the people sit and threw it over the backboard and it went in. I've never seen that. He did it in a playoff game. Never seen that in my life.
Sports is definitely the great melting ground for guys. So what do we do to stay in history for today? Is this the day of the pineapple?
No,
I told you about women. Don't let me and Teddy go shopping anymore together.
No, I what is it for the playoffs games? And I had women around for the playoff games. Like they weren't paying attention to the playoff game. Okay, I was because I was watching that early game, the Baltimore game. Like
but
they weren't paying attention to that.
Greatest soccer team I've ever seen play is the USA Women's Soccer Team. The greatest.
Oh yeah. They're the best.
They're
the best. Yeah.
Okay.
They're the best.
What about Billie Jean King?
The greatest men's soccer
tennis player.
is
She
Brazil.
was fantastic. She could play. Now we got who was it? The Yankees. I know that the Marlins have the first GM female.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a coach. Oh, the Yankees signed the first female coach.
And you're
in the
forgetting
history
about
of Major League
Naomi.
Baseball.
You're forgetting about Naomi Osaka.
She's the
in
GM
tennis.
for the Marlins.
In tennis.
I got to tell you, I keep
Osaka,
looking at you,
yes,
Slick,
okay.
and I'm looking at the pieces behind you, and I want to somehow, maybe we'll use that camera and zoom in, because we need to do a piece on 48 Star Collectibles. Because we've got some amazing memorabilia pieces here, and I know he's got sports pieces, and I know we've got a TV that's coming.
Yes.
And I kind of feel like we need X-Men and Spider-Man and Iron Man and Wonder Woman to come over right now and kind of clean up this mess of our country and go, bam, we got this, and put us back into
Why
shape.
don't you come tomorrow dressed like Superwoman?
No.
Be careful.
Be careful.
Take my
No,
cape.
be careful.
But no, I'm serious. I keep looking at these 4 pieces that have been there for a while. That we really need to do a
Those
spot.
are Marvel comics.
And those are real comic books. And people who collect comic books and the meaning behind comic books. And those are some great pieces that we have here from 48 Star. We've got a Beatles record. We've got Devo, which is really funny. Takes me back to high school in the 80s. And some other great movie posters from, you talk about post-war paraphernalia. There you go.
And I'm surprised that Slick even knows what that thing was.
Django?
He took me to school on it.
Hilarious.
I was like, holy smokes, how did you know
How do you know that?
Such a great movie.
Jamie Foxx did an amazing movie with the Django.
He did.
Leonardo DiCaprio as well.
Oh, that was the remake?
Yeah.
That one was.
No, watch Django Unchained.
That was bloody, gory.
I don't know who would have it. Probably Netflix.
I just don't know what made you watch it.
Because I love
Everyone
Jamie
was
Foxx
talking
and they had
about it.
Leonardo DiCaprio on there.
Yeah, those are two.
DiCaprio also.
He should have
That
gotten
was
an
the
Oscar
remake.
for
That
his
was the
performance.
original
I
one that
mean,
he had. I think that's even in Japanese or German that
DiCaprio's
poster is in.
hilarious.
It is.
From the
It's a
original,
great
right?
movie.
But the pieces behind you, we definitely have to do a segment on that, and we'll come back. We'll do something about our coffee as well. And our merch store is being edited right now, being put on our website as we
Yes.
speak.
We haven't even talked about it.
I'm kind of thinking I need a long sleeve shirt because it's a little chilly out.
Yeah, you do.
And
And gloves and boots and a hat.
But no, because it's winter, and talk about our merch store and the mugs and everything we've got. We've got these great masks. This is really funny. I had this mask sitting in the kitchen yesterday, and they go, they went, oh, that's nice. And I said, well, look at this side. And they said, well, which side do you wear? And I went,
Both sides.
Which side do you wear?
You wear both sides, don't you?
I wear one side.
Beautiful.
And these are brought to you by Redone It by Dia. We have our Brooklyn Cafe show masks. These are all hand embroidered, which are spectacular from India. All of these are repurposed denim.
That was the show that went on Thursday.
It was on Thursday, and we
wanted to
re-aired it on
congratulate
Saturday.
that. Wow, what a show. Unbelievable. Well
First
spoken, two
interview
ladies.
ever from Indonesia that we've
And these
done.
are high school kids, no?
High
She
school.
did good.
Indonesia.
Wow.
I mean, this girl got up 5 o'clock in the morning because it's a 12-hour time difference. Beautiful show.
Is she in school?
Hmm. She does homeschooling.
We should have asked her to come on the show after she did that. I was shocked. I saw it on Saturday. What a lineup you guys put up on Saturday. I'm like, they're painting and I'm watching shows.
Exactly.
I love it.
That too. But it was great. So she's got a lot more coming out and building the following. So please follow the Teenpreneur Show. You can find it on Instagram. You can find it on Facebook. You can find it all over social media, her LinkedIn as well. Follow it, like it. If you know a teenpreneur or anyone interested in being a teenpreneur, contact Dia Coley. She is setting everything up and doing all of the interviews. And it's funny because on Friday she sent me a whole long text. Apparently we didn't tag it appropriately for her. So she sent me everything to put on the links, the form to fill out to be on the show, as well as all of the hashtags.
It's funny because we don't hashtag enough, I was told.
We don't.
I don't even know what the hell a freaking
We
hashtag
need to
is.
do all of that a whole lot more. Yeah.
Do you know how to do a hashtag?
We have to
Hashtag
preset. I'll preset our like.
Yeah, but what
Can
word?
you preset our hashtags?
Yeah.
Hashtag 2021
Hashtag
redo.
So what happens
Cafe.
when I hit that?
But you see other people who did the same hashtag. So you want to do something relatable so that other people have did the same thing. So usually hashtag 2021 New Year
Yes.
is something other people have hashtagged.
Yeah. The trending hashtags right now.
Exactly.
So you know how to do that?
Yeah.
And you haven't done it?
I mean,
You do
it's just
27
you.
shows in here.
No, because you can you can preset them like either on a notepad, and then I use it for my shows. That's why I copy and paste it. I
Well, let me get this
put the
right.
hash
You
in.
use it for your show.
Yikes.
Only
I am
your
so
show.
sorry, guy, but you tell me to put new elements on my show.
Yeah, but you can teach us how to do it.
Been like, what is
No,
that?
but yeah, I can definitely show you guys. We just gotta look up the top.
Did
the,
you do
the
it?
top
You were
hashtags?
producing her show. Did you do it on hers?
No,
Unfortunately not.
Oh, Unfortunately.
But I think we should definitely do some presets. I like that idea. It's like a note or
No, but
notepad
yeah.
and put them into every show.
Yeah, because I can have them on you guys' phones, and then like if you guys put out anything, it'll be a universal hashtag cluster.
I think every show in here, you're going to make sure everybody hashtags, or you're going to show us all. You're actually going to give back and show us all how to do the correct.
I got you, of course.
All right.
Yeah, hashtag.
You will be now Sir Hashtag.
So that's a hashtag.
Not hash brown.
Hashtag. So yesterday I was watching the Sunday morning show that I like to watch, and after I got past all the politics, remember Norman Lear?
Sounds familiar.
Really, the creator of All in the Family, the Jeffersons.
Yes.
98 years old this man is. Truly spectacular. So remember the show All in the Family, Archie and Edith?
Archie Bunker.
Yes.
I want the lyrics to that song, which you guys probably don't know. I need to look them up because I don't know what they mean.
I can sing.
But what do they mean?
Those were the days.
Before that, how the first lyric, and then she says songs that made the hit parade, but what's the first set of lyrics in that song? If you know, give us a call. 888-994-4995. The first set of lyrics that came from All in the Family with Archie Bunker and Edith Bunker. Michael Stegman, he got his went into production, and daughter, great into
Everybody in
production.
there. But that was the time when
Sammy Davis Jr.
when all those shows were talking about racial inequality and everything else. Sanford and Son.
Couldn't do any of that now, but Norman Lear, what he created was 98 years old, pretty remarkable.
But what I don't understand, they say you can't do that now. If it wasn't for those shows doing that, then the barrier thing would never have been broken. It's the reason they did do it.
So they did this funny, and I remember I was a little kid watching these shows. It was 70. The show came out 50 years ago, All in the Family.
75?
So I was little 50 years ago. So I watched them as I was older. Apparently there was a scene that said sock and a shoe and a shoe. How do you guys put on your shoes and socks? Is it sock, shoe? Or sock and a shoe?
No. It's
I do.
sock,
Yeah,
shoe.
sock, shoes.
You and Michael, they were talking about that.
It's the normal way.
Which is the normal way?
Socks, and then shoes.
Well, this morning
No,
I
don't say
did.
normal. It's not normal.
That is the normal
No,
way.
it's not. That's your normal. My normal is put one on, put one on, put one on, put one on.
That's what I did this morning. I put one on. I put the shoe
But
on.
like,
I put one on.
But like, what if the phone rings and then you have to walk around your house looking ridiculous
Yeah,
with like
with one
sock
shoe
and
and
one
one-
shoe on?
yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And then you're barefoot on the other
Stop
leg.
being ridiculous with one. I usually make my breakfast with one shoe on and one shoe off.
So they were talking about one of these things that they did with this improv in rehearsal was a sock and a shoe and a shoe, or a sock and a shoe and a sock and a shoe. And this apparently took off everywhere. There was no internet. That's when we had 4 stations: PBS, CBS, NBC, and ABC. Those are the 4 stations when I was growing up. You had to get up, turn the knob.
Yeah.
That was it.
PIX came later. Let me ask you, if you put on your sock and you make a hole in your sock, do you take it off and throw it away?
No, you just leave it and put the shoe on.
Oh, no, I throw it away.
You just put the shoe on and just get out the door already.
So you don't change your sock?
No. If I'm putting it on and everything is done, I am putting that shoe on and I'm walking out the door.
And do you throw away the one sock, or do you throw away the pair of socks? Or do you hem it? You sew
Who hams it?
Sew the sock. You don't sew socks?
If I found one sock that was extremely damaged, I'd only throw that one sock out and just let the other one be. Because
So
if
you
the
would
other
throw
one's
one
not
out.
damaged, then just
And
leave
have
it.
you ever sewed a sock?
No.
Would you ever sew a sock?
If I had to.
I would be on my way to Walmart to pick up a brand new pair
Yeah,
of socks.
of dry
by that
fit.
point.
Because it feels funny in your shoe with a toe sticking out in your sock. It's like, I don't see how
It
you
depends
do it.
on where the hole
I
is.
got to tell you guys, I'm looking up the song lyrics. In a million years, remember I said, what's the opening sentence on the lyrics? Do you know what it is?
No.
Kathy, do you know what it is? I don't know where she is.
Oh no, she's
Unbelievable. Boy, the way Glenn Miller played. It's the opening lyric.
The hit parade.
Songs that made the hit parade. I never knew what he said. I thought it was like, I have no idea what
You know
anybody
what
thought.
Glenn Miller is?
Yes, the big band, but I had no idea that was the opening.
Keep
We should
singing.
do a show on lyrics. Boy, the way Glenn Miller played, songs that made the hit parade. Guys like us, we had it made. Those were the days. And you know where you were then, girls, well, we're not going to go into this, but it goes into a whole.
No, go ahead.
They're going to do that.
No.
No.
It's just, it goes back
Give
to
me
the
the
time in the
damn thing.
70s.
Get some
It
music?
says girls were girls and men were men. And right now people would take offense to that. Mister, we could use a man like Herbert Hoover again. Didn't need the welfare states. Everyone pulled his weight. G.R. Aid, LaSalle was great. Our old LaSalle was great, and those were the days to car the old LaSalle. So it goes on like that, but totally you couldn't say a lot of that now.
Well, but the bottom line, he was entitled, the song was entitled.
But I never knew it started. Boy, the way Glenn Miller played. I'm sitting there listening to this yesterday morning thinking, what is he saying? Like, bald-headed woman from the Bee Gees is really more than a woman. I always thought more than a woman was bald-headed woman. So my kids tease me all the time that I do not know lyrics clearly, and that was that.
And what is that Bee Gees song about?
More than a woman? I don't know.
So you're quoting things that you don't know?
No clue. Not even a clue. And on that note, everyone, welcome to my brain. Let's take a quick commercial break. 888-994-4995. I've left them quiet. Slick always says, Echo, play Ozuna. We'll be right back.
Introducing Black Tie Liquors, your one-stop shop for wine and spirit needs. Whether you're looking for an ice-cold pack of summer brews or just to grab your favorite bottle of scotch, whiskey, Black Tie Liquors has you covered. Come choose from a wide selection of beers, wines, spirits, or liqueurs. Or if you're in the mood, feel free to grab one of our fresh cigars. Stop by Black Tie Liquors today, located on 5970 South Jog Road, Lake Worth, Florida. Or give them a call at 561-968-0988.
Hi, I'm Robin Weiss, and I'm a rhinestone artist and rhinestone art instructor. 12 years ago, when I retired from my nail business, I decided to become a rhinestone artist. But then I soon realized there was nowhere that I could go to find the adequate combination of tools or even instructions of how to go about enjoying this craft. My passion for this beautiful medium we know as rhinestones and what I knew they could create drove me to figure out a way to create this magical craft that I now teach. I have developed the perfect rhinestone crafting starter kit, which contains the perfect rhinestone crafting pickup stick. I created this kit to help others and to show you that rhinestone crafting is a craft whose time has come. Filled with fun, rhythmic, and therapeutic, the amount of items that you can cover is endless. Not to mention the places this craft will take you and the people you will meet if you should decide you want to get to artist level. You can watch my creations and watch me work on the Brooklyn Café TV show every Thursday, where I'll be blinging for Dawn, and sometimes Freddie. While we enjoy each other's company, I'll be bringing you the most beautiful and fun creations to inspire you to try this craft. You can also find me on Real Housewives of Bling at Instagram and also my Facebook group. That is where I'll show you all of my crystal creations while you follow me on my rhinestone journey.
The way you live your life says a lot about you. The way you choose to commemorate your lifetime can say even more. It's a single event that speaks volumes. So how do you celebrate a life? Dignity Memorial providers believe that your memorial service should be as unique as you are. reflecting your personality and your passions. It should be a perfectly tailored send-off, a fitting tribute for family and friends to celebrate the person they love. We're professionals at catering to your every need, right down to the catering. In fact, no detail is too small. So when it comes time for a fitting tribute, we'll see that your final wishes are beautifully fulfilled. It's what Dignity Memorial providers are known for. And why you should rely on us to see that your life is well celebrated. The celebration of a lifetime begins here.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Café Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
All right, guys, for the new year, you should start off your second week of the new year going to 48 Star Collectibles. This is for my nostalgia field people. Hopefully we can find a Superman by this year, like a Spider-Man. We have Spider-Man, we have the X-Men, and we have lovable Iron Man who perished on Endgame, but you know, it's Iron Man. I remember when comics were 12 cents. Were they? No, they weren't. No, I don't even remember. No, I had to know. I am not that old, guys, but comics were 12 cents, but 48 collectibles, anything that you need nostalgia from comics to other paraphernalia that's, you know, nostalgic to you. Now back to the Brooklyn Café TV show.
You don't remember the comics were 12 cents?
Wow.
Comics were never that
You're
price.
channeling
12
your
cents?
past life.
12 cents?
They were even 5 cents at one time. Yep,
Really?
5 cents.
I collect comic. Well, I did when I was younger. Collect comic books, but most of mine are cut out.
I like the way that whole set looks. The 48starcollectibles.com, they have, oh my
Everything.
gosh, so many collectibles from records to comic books to, we have a TV I think that's going to be coming in soon as well.
1954 TV.
They've got a couple of those and they work with the tuners and everything. So if you're into collectibles or looking for something different for your home or your office or even just a conversation starter, check it out, 48starcollectibles.com. Now and you know what? We are officially out of holiday season. They picked up our Christmas tree today, cleaned it up, and now we've got a whole robot collection going on in the
Why
lobby.
are we officially out of our holiday season?
Because the tree is now gone.
There's a tree outside. There's 50 trees outside. What's the problem?
I mean, our Christmas tree is gone.
This one you're not going to keep until April.
First of all, we do Christmas in July. Do we not?
Yes, we do. Dina, your stocking is in the back unless you're going to leave it here.
No, leave it here.
Awesome.
Right. Give it the stocking.
Nice.
So I'm going to pack all the Christmas stuff away. We got a nice bin. Home Depot and I became friends. And who's setting up that? Okay.
Nice.
And Gubba to the rescue is all I can tell you. And I'm excited. Amy Rashevsky sold her princess duck.
What?
Amy Rashevsky sold the princess duck.
This one behind me?
That one has gotten sold. And this piece behind me, all of these pieces that you see here are for sale. This is by Jay Harmon, and this comes out of Studio A. The Emperor behind you.
That's my favorite.
I know.
I try not to sell that one.
But you know what?
And now watch what happens.
It's going to get sold. I think someone needs a whole lot of love. If you want a throwback, this is a great piece. And wait to see the new spot that Slick is putting together for Studio B for the Sunshine Studio. I love that. Oh, wait. Dawn, Sunshine, it kind of makes perfect sense
I don't like it being called the Sunshine Studio.
Chelsea told me we should call it Aurora. She told me Aurora in Spanish means dawn. Is that true?
I don't know what Spanish that is, but
What does Aurora mean?
To me, it means a racing car.
Oh, I thought it meant love.
Aurora means.
I thought it meant
she
love.
said like Sleeping Beauty. Aurora in Spanish, she said, is the dawn.
Oh.
I don't know if that's true or not.
I never
Maybe
heard
my
of that.
daughter works in the same mindset that I do. It
Oh,
kind of reminds me of
Aurora.
her, actually.
I don't remember. Oh, that's creepy.
We're going to put that in the.
Where did that come from? What?
It means dawn.
Aurora means dawn.
In Latin?
Says Google. No, in Spanish.
What Spanish?
Listen. I'll do the sound. Oh, wait.
I never heard of that.
And that means dawn.
Aurora.
So that could be the Aurora studio.
I never heard
Because
of
my
it.
name's not enough around this place. Slick's going to call it the Slick Studio.
Of course. Everybody's going to put their name to it.
Slick Studio.
But I got to tell you, Slick, you and Teddy, you guys did a great job on that studio. And I know Jay's going to do his show tomorrow, Jay Harmon. We're changing the day this week, and he's going to be doing it tomorrow. I'm thinking maybe we should do it in there for a change up.
Try it.
I don't know if we can, because I know he does his drawing, but
We can fix it around so we can catch everything.
it's kind of cool because that room is all of his artwork. It would be kind of cool to be surrounded by all of your artwork, his own studio. It's kind of interesting.
Actually, you can, because now you got the table, you can move it around. Yeah, you could.
So he just wouldn't have the TV behind him to see the drawing. That
So
would
just
be
put the drawing up on an easel.
so. That would be the only thing. See if we have a workaround on that.
Slick will hold the drawing like that.
Tina, what classes are you taking for graduation?
I still have about 5 more classes
Oh my
I need
gosh.
to take, so I'm going to be doing that. So you do 5 classes per semester. So last semester I did 5. This semester I'm going to do another 5, and then I'm all done. I'm taking capstone, journalism capstone. I finished pretty much all of my journalism classes. I just have 1 production class left, but working here, I'm going to ace it.
For sure. So when you look back on college, is there any redo? Would you have a do-over on anything?
Honestly, no, because college is so expensive, and I knew that going into it, and I just wanted to make it worth the money. So I've been a part of so many different clubs. Like right now, I'm class secretary. I've been part of Student Government Association since my freshman year, been a part of our school news program since my freshman year. I just have always been a part of a lot of different clubs and like opportunities because I wanted to get my money's worth because it's so expensive.
Why did you pick that school?
You know, they gave me the most scholarships and scholarship options when I was applying. And I don't know, I liked the idea of being in the middle of nowhere for once. Like it's literally right on a mountain. And
Wow.
there's a huge lake right on the, look it up, Google it, it's gorgeous.
What's the name of the lake?
Oh, here we go
The
again.
mountain is Mount Monadnock.
Manamana.
Manamana. Beep, 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 beep. Manamana.
But there's a gorgeous lake, and all you have to do is like give them your ID, and then you could take out any boats, any kayaks, and,
We
and
should
then it
try and bring
freezes
you in on
over.
VMix from the lake
Yeah, that'd be cool.
on her phone.
Does it have fish?
Yeah.
Go fishing.
People go ice fishing. They do everything.
Ice fishing.
When it freezes
she's
over.
in New Hampshire.
Oh my
When
God.
it freezes over, people get their ice skates and they put all these lights in the trees and they make it look so nice to go ice skate on.
You got to take some video and
Mhm,
send
I
it
will.
to us. Bring you in on VMix.
Have you ice skated in that
Yeah.
Lake Muka Muka?
That's mountain. That's a mountain, Mount Monadnock. The lake is called Pearly Lake.
Have you skated on
Mhm,
it?
I've swam
Really?
in there too.
Wow, I would be scared to ice skate on a lake.
Where's
is kinda
Taylor? Is she
scary.
running board?
Yeah.
I want to get Taylor. Next time, Slick can run board. Taylor, I want you to do a spot for Max Lazega
I thought you were going to send Taylor out to skate.
and the robots. No, because she did such a great job, and these pieces over here look beautiful. We've got all these robots, and proceeds from 48 Star Collectibles and Max Lazega do go back to support Hugs and Smiles Children's Foundation to benefit the kids in their after-school programs to help bring them more awareness and participation in the arts, from music and journalism and writing and painting and drawing. And all of these classes are free to the kids, but we're trying to offset some of the teachers and some of the coaches, and proceeds from both of these collectibles go back to support them.
It's a good piece. He's a very nice guy.
Such a nice man.
And he has all sorts of contraptions all over the walls in here, which is really cool.
Really, really a great guy. So maybe we can move this camera, Slick. We might have to move some of the lights out of the way.
Yeah.
And we can, or Dina can even do
What
a
do you wanna
spotlight
do?
on it. Just to talk about Hugs and Smiles and Max Lazega, because Max is a retired contractor. And he takes all of these pieces and he makes robots, and this golf man I think is incredible. The doctor robot, the light up. You know my daughter, she's very...
Well, she's never seen him
Well, she
until
came
Saturday.
in Saturday. She loved the ice piece. It's not ice, but it looks, she goes, that just lights up. She goes, this is like being in Grandma's house on just a bigger level. One day you'll go see my mother's
Your mother
house.
has that?
Every nook and cranny in my mom's house was filled with something. And that's kind of what we've done here to bring this whole collaborative effort
So
forward.
what does she have that I can get my fingers on?
Ah, you like Egyptian stuff?
I love Egyptian stuff.
Sarcophagus.
She has a sarcophagus?
Yeah, some
No.
Nubian statues.
Nubian?
Yeah.
That's sexy. Wait a minute, she has a sarcophagus?
Yes.
She has like a mummy?
Yes.
A mummy?
And a trunk, yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Can I get a picture?
Yeah, we can do that for you. Yeah, all of that. Why is he moving? That's perfect. Oh, perfect. That looks really nice. Because I want to highlight this, and we don't often, I don't even know where it is, often get to highlight some of these things. Is Taylor going to do it? Yeah. Awesome. I love that. I love when the kids say yeah.
Sarcophagus.
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 Sarcophagus. But yes, that's what we get to do, is bring the creative arts forward. And on Wednesday, Amy Rashevsky has a great show lined up with Susan Podolsky to benefit Temple Beth El. So that'll be interesting as well. And Jay will be tomorrow, and maybe we put him in his studio to see what that looks like for a whole different feel.
And Mark is bringing in a lighted up guitar. There's a few pieces here in the lobby.
Wow.
And I told Mark to do a show, so there's sort of, we're in negotiations on that as well.
And I think Max is going to be coming in. And Thursday,
Wednesday.
Max comes out on Wednesday. Thursday, we've got Kids in Capes, and they're going to be talking about teens and how to stop bullying and how to stand up for yourself. And they have a guest coming in live. They haven't been in studio in a couple weeks with the holidays, so that'll be exciting.
All right, what do you got cooking? Now?
No. Because we only got about 3 minutes left. We got Taylor. You got to love the way I roll. Just put him on the spot.
Oh, you have Taylor doing it.
Taylor's going
Does
to
she
come
know
out
what
and
she's
do that.
doing?
She
You know,
did the
Taylor gets really shy.
Taylor did the commercial, so I think no one better than Taylor. And we've had some great pieces here from the colored pencil artist. And Taylor's going to highlight Max Lazega.
Hi. So, oh, okay.
You
so
ready?
We can send it over to Taylor.
Hey, you're on.
Hello. So this is artwork by Max Lazega. I think this one's my favorite, but I really like he has a bunch of cool, like, there's a robot playing golf, robot doing surgery, like all these cool, and they light up. And over here I have some more information. So if you want to contact Max Lazega, go to Artworks Studios with an X, their website, and you can call him, email him, anything you want, and you can get this awesome artwork from him.
Nice job.
No,
I
and
love
back
these
to Dawn and
robots.
Freddie.
They're so cool. And that is what we get to do here every day, is be a part of this great community.
Now, did you see also that he brought in a little robot that's on the wall? And we have it in the lobby when you come in. It doesn't light up, but it's like a picture, like a picture frame.
And
It's kinda
tomorrow
cool.
we're going to expand into the lobby somehow. I have an idea. We got to figure that one out, because Robin Weiss has a cabinet in here now with a lot of the pieces she has created from the Housewives of Bling. And the purple yoga sculpture actually was sold within 10 minutes of her bringing it in. And there's some other great pieces, and she makes so many pieces. Robin is like the new binge watch on social media. You can watch her all the time, try different glues. I know Slick likes watching her. And she makes so many pieces that she is now going to be selling them to move them out and to keep creating more. We've got yoga pieces. We actually have a sculpture, a bunny rabbit, some fruit, things that people might like to collect. And masks also. I'm hoping she brings those in soon.
Are we going to put her on the ladder to do the 10-foot art piece?
You know, that curio cabinet came in and out while you were running one show in production and we were doing another show in the studio.
I
so
remember that.
it was like rapid movement. But she's got a lot of really cool pieces.
I remember that. But he does a nice piece of work with the... we're going to get to that in a sec. All right, good show today.
Ready to wrap it up? What
Now-
a Monday. All I can do tell you crew is you did a spectacular job. Dina, we're going to miss you again, but I thank you for coming back, and you know you always have a home with us. And I hope that we get to see you while you're back at school. You'll do some segments with us, and when you are finished, that you come back, but it has, as always, been a pleasure and a joy to have you with us. So, thank you.
And I will 100% be back, like always.
And you know, we have a, you got it queued up? We have a little surprise goodbye song for Dina for now. And it's not goodbye, it's we'll see you soon.
Yes.
But you remember when we were at iHeart and we had
Oh,
to
you're
move on?
not.
Yes, I am. So make sure that we open up the pod. You can start playing that. You know, you've been a pleasure to work with. And this is for you because, you know, we're going to miss you. And we love you as like part of the family. So we don't own the rights to this. Frank Sinatra does. We are not making money on this. Make sure to put that in there. It is what it is. We just wanted to thank you from the bottom of our hearts. You've been a pleasure to work with.
You make us all a little bit better.
And when you do things your way, that's what it comes down to.
You guys are too much. No, you guys have saved me just coming here. It's just such a safe place to learn, open hearts here. I love it here. I'm coming back.
Right.
And I will be back again and again and again.
He loves you too.
You guys are
Thank you,
so
Slick.
sweet.
You did a nice job.
Nice job, Slick. Have a great day, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. drive time. Have a great day.
And don't be late.
Bye-bye.
You look so good.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. Well, see you next time.
Sleepless nights, I wait for you to bring me back to life. In my electric eyes, it doesn't mean that time can thicken every single breath. I want to unfreeze my heart and fly away. That's why I wanna stay. And craters, open up my eyes, waterfalls of ice, sweeping me away like an avalanche, helpless as I fall, the words can't say it all, sweeping me away like an for a sound, waiting deep inside my maze of sweeping thrills and colors, just a ray of light bathing